For the last 30 days, I only decided to play Nintendo Switch. No other gaming consoles, nothing. Just straight Nintendo Switch. Since it's been 7 years Nintendo Switch is launched, such a nice portable device to carry outside and still having fun on the go. And the game library is just so big that I only decided to play Nintendo Switch for straight 30 days. Cause I'm sick of having too much backlog from a lot of retro gaming consoles and modern games on PC. And I really wanted to bring some order in playing video games, and this challenge really helped me a lot. At the same time, I'm such a lazy dude who just likes to lie down and have fun instead of sitting on the computer screen all the freaking time.
I'm sick of this guy. This guy farts a lot.
While the games are expensive for Nintendo Switch, $60 for a freaking Mario game. Plus, Nintendo Switch is not officially launched in India, and buying games from PayPal just sure cost extra taxes too. But I somehow managed to get all of these games. But even after having all of these games, I'm just so confused where to begin. You remember the good old days of Nintendo Game Boy, where we used to have like 4 to 5 games and playing the heck out of it over and over? I wish it was still like that. But this 30 days of only playing Nintendo Switch went fast like a bullet train. And it actually gave me the opportunity to explore the entire library of this console. And I should have documented it. And just keep in mind, no Pokemon games because I'm just not into it. So sorry Pokemon fans. So let's begin this adventure of only playing Nintendo Switch for straight 30 days, starting from March 1, 2024 to March 30, 2024. This is sure going to be a fun ride, right? It should be. I hope so it's not going to be torturous. And before doing that, do not forget to subscribe because man, the inflation is rising. We gotta feed our kids, right? So come on man, don't forget to do that. Instead of watching any random girls on the internet, you should follow your brother. I will cherish you. These girls will not cherish you, you know? Now I was being overwhelmed and lost in the games I downloaded. Well, I hate this Joy-Con drift. Just stop. But hey, I was trying as authentic as possible with the experience of this console. I decided to play Super Mario Wonder, which was just launched in October and the hype lasted for like 4 months. So I allowed myself getting synced into this experience. I played Mario Wonder and dude, I absolutely fall in love with the overall aesthetic of this game. It just looks so lovely. While the music sounds like I'm about to fall asleep, but these bright colors keep me engaged. I additionally invited my sister and her husband to have this nice family experience and they also liked it. I mean, just look at the smile on their face. And I was traveling often too at the time, but I was having quite a fun ride with this game though.
Are you kid or what?
Yes, I am. After playing this game constantly for 3 days and about to reach to the end, I was confused where the heck is Deep Magma Bog, where this Bowser is settled. I was really mesmerized by the rhythm type of the final battle with the Bowser, and even in the beginning looking at the walking piano, it connected the dots of this overall gameplay. This 3 days was such a fun time. We also played some Switch sports games because I needed to move my lazy butt at the same time playing Wonder. So after playing some Mario platforming action, I wanted to play something else, something different. And guess what? I played Girl Gun on Nintendo Switch. You should know me that I'm becoming a man. A 25-year-old freaking man. I mean look dude, when I was a kid, I grew up playing Virtual Cops too, so I know this type of the games and I really wanted to try something new. You know what? Ooh woo? But man, this game, I'm just speechless. Imagine Cupid with Nerf gun filled with love potion, blasting every female in sight at you. That's a basic plot of this game. Gameplay involves dodging a relentless barrage of affection in the form of flying hearts, confession notes, and occasional rogue lingerie items. The story is as thin as the love letter written in the rice paper. But hey, the voice acting is so hilarious over the top that you will be laughing so hard that you won't even care. Thinking of it as a bullet dodging dating sim on fast forward, with a healthy dose of self-aware silliness. Just be warned, this game isn't exactly subtle. It's a gaming equivalent of wearing neon pink hearts and glasses while blasting love ballad. But hey, if that's your jam, Girl Gun Double Piece is surprisingly charming, or a terribly ridiculous way to spend your afternoon. Just maybe don't play this game on a train, trust me. But who cares anyway? I was having a fun time. I played 2 of them for 2 days. Speaking of Girl Gun 2 on Switch, it's like playing dodgeball with your heart, except the balls are lovesick schoolgirls and your only defense is a dart gun. Story, it does not exist. Gameplay, just dodge hearts, school darts, and win affections or at least temporary confusions of your classmates. It is about as subtle as Murachi Band's serenade your crush at work. These 2 games are sure fun, but not as fun that you will be playing for non-stop 5 days. But 2 days was enough, 3 hours each. But after playing that game, my inner philosophy arises and question to the yacht that is this how we see women nowadays? Just an object? And playing this game too much might impact your dating life because man, I wanna go out and date, but in this age of AI and social media completely deteriorating this whole experience of dating. The guys want that beautiful girls by looking all of these things, and girls want that top 1 to 2% guys who can make their life easier. Such a stupid decisions we as humans are making or aspiring to be taking. Getting prison to all of the types. You know what? I want that type of the girl. Or I want that type of the guy. Come on, man. Just find the right person who respects you. Make life easier. Anyway, too much of me being philosophical by just holding a Nintendo Switch. It's day 6 already. About a week. And finally I got to try this game, Zelda Breath of the Wild. I was really in such a vibe playing this game. Such a peaceful ride, or I would say, such a joyful ride. I was really able to touch the grass while playing this game at the same time. This game is basically adulting. Beautiful world, endless chores, and weapons that break faster than your New Year's resolutions. You wake up in your underwear thanks to Ganon, gotta find some clothes, and then everyone begs you to do their errands. Hey Link, can you climb this giant mountain? Defeat the rock monster? Bring me some Bokobo toes? Thanks! Exploration in this game is amazing though. You can literally glide off the mountain with a frying pan as a shield. Just don't get attached to your weapons, you know what? And the rain will ruin your bow hunting plans faster than your uncle telling you dad jokes at Thanksgiving. This game took me like 7 days to finish. I played it for like 4 hours every single night. I was suffering without drinking water, holding my pee at the night, and not even removing my underwears. Yeah, I'm right. Just 4 hours straight every single day in this week for Zelda Breath of the Wild. Overall, it's a fantastic game, like a therapy for your inner child, crave for the wilderness and questionable life choices. But yeah, this game sure requires a lot of patience, so you have to mentally prepare yourself for that. Now it's day 13, I'm looking to play something different and offbeat. And guess what? I played Maano Baku, but I was quite discouraged because everything is in Japanese. But after some research on Google, I found out that somebody out there have actually translated this whole game in English. And I felt so lucky that I can use emulator. You know what, Nintendo? Basically this game reminds you that N64 days where you might have played the mystical ninja starring Goemon. If you know that character, Goemon, man, every time I see Goemon, I feel like I wanna punch his face. But this Bakiru guy face, he does not look like it. He looks very cute to me though. He basically goes around and using their 2 sticks to bonk objects and collecting coins and becoming small to mid-float. Gameplay takes a shape of wide linear 3D platformer, sort of like Super Mario 3D Land and Kirby Forgotten Land. Kinda like a mixture of these two games. Levels are accessed one after another on the world map and each one tasks you with finding and breaking 3 rainbow lamps so that you can unlock the end of level drum. These lamps usually secretly placed along the path, and there are like more than 3 of them in the level to account you for players who miss a long way. So clearing a stage is typically a straightforward endeavor. Maano Baku boasts a stunningly vibrant art style with crisp details. Every level offers a unique visual experience, from warm hues of mountain steep in autumn colors to the dazzling spectacle of cruise ship water slide brimming with the beach balls and lively dancers. This variety along with the game's impressive graphics keeps the visual constantly engaging. If you have a Switch which is not modded, you can still play this game, like downloading from the eShop from Japan, but the story, you might have to compromise on that. But I would say I enjoyed this game and it took me like 6 days to finish it. It was quite N64 style of experience to me. So I played different games on Nintendo Switch, but I wanted to play something cool and simple. And guess what? I played some retro games. Or I mean to say, retro inspired games on Nintendo Switch. Not the Nintendo Switch online store. Ew. And I choose to play Prison City. And let me tell you that this game is so much fun. Like, so much fun. But hard as well. If you ever played NES and grew up with manly video games like Power Blade and Shatterhand, then this game is definitely for you. This white American dude flexing with his muscles and sunglasses, and of course that motorbike. That's Triple H bike! But anyway, this game sure resembles that art style from Shatterhand game and Power Blade. But difficulty is way more tougher than these two games. I would say it is quite brutal. I had quite a lot of hard time with it. I end up dying and screaming, making me feeling like I'm gonna go back to my teenagehood of not being able to beat Sunset Riders game. But man, I was dedicated often to beat this whole game. The soundtrack is really cool and awesome that I end up listening to Apple Music, that lossless audio thingy, you know. The boss battles are quite resembling on the NES era, requiring many patterns and recognition, and spamming that boomerang attack. After a lot of tinkering and messing around here and there, I was able to finish this game, and this game took me like 5 days. Yeah, 5 freaking days. That's how hard this game is. I don't know if I'm still that good with this type of the games, but I end up liking them a lot because I don't know, man, maybe I just like too much nostalgia and preferring more simplistic controls. So after all of that torture, I wanted to play something nice and simple. Does that mean I'm gonna play Animal Crossing? Heck no, but I choose to play Shmups. 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 I mean, Cotton Reboot. I always wanted to try this game, and guess what? I actually had quite a lot of fun time with it. You sure have this free play thing where you can just insert the coins over and over and keep on dying over and over and still not getting that game over. You know what? So much overs. But that's the rearranged version for you. It looked quite beautiful. And you sure have the sound effects which are not too loud in this one. But then I played Cotton Fantasy and I swear this girl makes too much noise than little kids around here. And she's cute though. I also tried the Sharp X68001, the old Japanese computer version, and it was quite a fun ride with the difficulty. But overall, I spent 2 days playing this beautiful looking shmup games, and of course they are all bullet hell. But man, they're just so much fun. I would say well spent 2 days. I still have 5 days left and I'm moving on to something offbeat, which is called Raji the Ancient Epic. Raji the Ancient Epic throws you into the vibrant world step into the Hindu mythology. You take role of Raji, a young girl chosen by the gods to resist the demonic invasion threatening the human realm. This game shines in its stunning visuals, captivating story rooted in Indian folklore, and engaging combat that blends traditional weapons like supernatural abilities. Brother and sister Raji and Golu, separated by the attacking demonic hordes, now find themselves in the middle of the Great War. Raji has taken upon herself to find her brother and put an end of the reckless conflict. However, this can only happen if she manages to break down the might and stratagem devised by the great lord of demons, Mahabalasura. Developers Nodding Head Games have meticulously crafted environments that burst with colors and details. From the lush greenery of forests to the grand architecture of Heavenly Realm, each area feels distinct and alive. The character design is equally impressive, with Raji and the various enemies showcasing intricate details and vibrant attire that reflects their place in this mythology. The soundtrack further complements the visuals, featuring a blend of traditional Indian instruments and orchestral flourishes that create an immersive atmosphere. It took me 3 days to finish this whole game. And it is not that quite long, but the action was perfectly mesmerizing. Good job India for creating such a masterpiece. I would recommend this game to everyone if you like Zelda type of games. Now I'm almost done with this whole month, and for the last 2 days I decided to play some Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and it was quite fun. So here we are, reaching to the final days of the 30-day challenge, and I was spending too much time with this latest game called Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I was quite immersed into this side-scrolling experience. This game, a 2003 reboot from a classic franchise, takes player to a thrilling acrobatic journey to the mythical kingdom of Persia, stepping away from a cel-shaded visuals to its predecessors. The Lost Crown embraces a more realistic art style while retaining the core elements and made the series beloved. Fluid acrobatics, challenging puzzles, and charming narrative, one of the game's strongest aspects in its movement system. Prince retained its signature agility, gracefully scaling walls, leaping across chasms, and performing acrobatic feats with its satisfying sense of fluidity. The controls are responsive and intuitive, allowing players to master complex maneuvers with practice. This freedom of movement is a joy of experience, especially when navigating the game's intricate environments. Whether it's manipulating levers to open hidden passages or using strategically placed objects to new heights, the puzzles seemingly blend with platforming, creating a satisfying sense of accomplishment upon solving them. This game is just not that long. I was dedicating too much time for it and I was finally able to beat it. Roughly this game is like 7 hours long, which is not that long, and 2 days was quite enough time for me. And I was quite glad that I chose this game to play it for the final days of this challenge. Nintendo Switch is sure a nice portable device, but it is sure quite big. That's why Switch Lite exists, but due to this technology allowing you to being able to play games at the couch at the same time going outside while traveling is just quite smart idea Nintendo ever created. Even though this console is not officially launched around here, I'm just so much amazed how this piece of device is making every corporation to make such a hybrid way of gaming console instead of just freaking box. Remember that game on Famicom disk system where they'd say, put that thing in a freaking box? Now I know one bad side about Nintendo is going out and cancelling people, but despite all of that, I still think Nintendo is quite practical. But the only downside about the way of dictating how its users should play video games. That's the only downside I have faced about Nintendo. But overall, I like Switch. It's such a great device. So there you have it. I successfully completed the challenge of only playing Nintendo Switch for straight 30 days. And it was quite a good ride. Was I bored somewhere? Quite somewhere in Zelda, but overall the whole experience of only limiting myself playing only Nintendo Switch for straight 30 days, it was quite a fun ride. It actually gave me the clarity of only focusing on one console and of course my backlogs. And I felt like I quite accomplished something focusing on the backlogs instead of just juggling over here and there like this game is enough, let's buy it. This game is enough, let's buy it. Come on man, you sure have a lot of backlogs. Just focus on that and try to complete that game. Try to experience it. And I hope this video will help and inspire a lot of people to literally focus on their backlogs by just limiting yourself. Yeah, I have 30 days, I want to finish this. Come on man, you all can do it. So there you have it. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope this video inspired a lot of people. Alright, so do not forget to subscribe. Bye bye bye.